Welcome. This is part 2 of my two-part video series showing fruit trees growing in my backyard orchard that I'm starting to set fruit. As with the trees in part 1, most of the ones you're about to see in this video, I've previously posted videos on them showing how they were planted, ground preparation, and a few other bits of information on each tree. Please search my channel and you will find videos on just about all the trees I have growing here. First one up is this one. This is my Lolita Surinam Cherry tree. It's the black variety. It looks like it's gonna be setting a few early stages. But it has quite a few that looks like they're gonna reach maturity. I've never tasted these, so I'm hoping that they'll stay on the tree. I have another one over here. This is the red variety. It bloomed a few months ago, but it wound up losing all the flowers. It never said anything. So this one here hasn't bloomed at all. It's still a bit young. It's also a red variety. But the one over here, this one, the black variety, looks like it's gonna set. It'll be the first fruit set that I get off of it. So hopefully I'll be able to sample them. And this one here is my Australian Fingernail. Has some buds on it still and some flowers, and there's a little bit of fruit set going on there. It flowered and bloomed a few months ago, but it wound up losing all the flowers. Never set any fruit. So I had a YouTuber that commented on a previously posted video that I have on this one that they sometimes do that. First set won't hang on, but it'll bloom immediately after that, which it did. And that second set you should get a fruit set. So hopefully that's what'll happen with this. And over here is my Burgundy Plum tree. For the past 3 years, this tree has put on a really heavy set of flowers, but it never set any fruit. I was about ready to give up on this tree, and it looks like this year might actually get to sample some of the fruit. There's a few there. There's a few more there. There's a few more scattered throughout the tree. Not a whole lot, but hopefully some will set and I'll at least get to try it. I'll put a picture of what it looked like when it was in bloom. It had a lot of flowers on this. It's always put out a lot of flowers, but like I said, it never has set any fruit before. So hopefully we'll get some this season. Footage you're seeing now on this tree here it's taken about a week after the footage that you just saw, which was originally supposed to go on part 1 of the 2-part series. In that week's time, the tree lost all the fruit that was setting. So once again, it doesn't look like it's going to set any fruit. Doesn't have any setting anywhere. Everything's fallen off. All these. So no fruit on this tree again. I'll probably wind up transplanting this to a container to see if I have better luck with it. I'll put some other fruit-bearing tree in its place here. Next are my recently planted figs. That's a Peter's Honey in the front, Excel in the rear right, and a blackjack fig right there on the left. These figs were only planted 2 months ago. If you search my channel, you can find a video on how the ground was prepped and how they were planted. They put on quite a bit of growth since they were planted. Each one of them has at least 1 fig on it. These are from the Reba crop. There's another one there. And another one there. Hopefully when the main crop comes in, they'll put on a few more figs. I recently added these screens you see here on the bottom. Eventually, I plan to put wood chips all around this area. I want to put a layer of at least 5 inches. It's going to be covering this whole area here. It'll be up to about 5 inches, which is about the height of the screens. Those screens are filled with lava rock and sand, so it'll act as a barrier to keep the wood chips away from the trunk. I usually put pumice around the trunk area of recently planted trees, but the place I used to buy it from marked up their price quite a bit, and I haven't been able to find another place that sells it at a reasonable price. So as an alternative, I'm going to go ahead and try this type of setup, see how it works out. Hopefully it'll be just as effective as the pumice. This next tree is my Hass avocado. This tree is about 4 years old. The buds you see on here started to flower about a month ago, and has a few that are starting to set. Still at the very early stages, but there's a few. See if we can pick them up on the camera. So One there. Another there. They're just barely starting to set. Another one over here. Hopefully they'll stay on the tree and reach maturity. Last season they put on a really good amount of buds, just like you see here, but not a single one of them stayed on the tree. They all eventually fell off without setting any fruit. Hopefully this season, with the tree being a little bit more mature, maybe it'll hang on to some of the fruit this season. Thought I'd include these, even though they're not setting any fruit, but looks like they're getting ready to flower, so I'd go ahead and include them in this video. These are Liedtke trees, the Emperor variety. And here's the other one. It's also got quite a bit of buds. Don't know if it's going to set any fruit, but I thought I'd include it in this video. Up to now, all the trees that I've shown you have been in my backyard. This one here is an orange tree that's in my front yard. I'm not sure what variety it is. It was already on the property when I moved in. For the past 4.5 years, it's probably given me maybe a handful of fruit, and that's it. I've been trying to nurse it back to health and see if it'll start producing. And it looks like this season it's probably going to be the biggest crop that it's put out yet. It's got quite a bit of fruit scattered throughout the tree, as you can see here. So, a few more up here on top as well. They're not real big. They're about the size of a marble. They're pretty much scattered throughout the tree. It's got a few flowers as well. There's one there. And there's a few more over here. So it still might sit a little bit more fruit. There's a good amount on there right now, already setting. Fruit off this tree is a few that I have tasted. They were pretty good, fairly good size. And the flavor was pretty good, pretty juicy. Not a whole lot of seeds, but they're good tasting. And last but not least is my coffee plant. It's about 3.5 years old. It's been in the ground for about 2.5 years. It started to flower back in September, and it managed to set a few coffee beans here, as you can see. This will be its first fruit set. It's not a whole lot of them, but it does have a few in there. From the research I've done, you're supposed to wait till the beans turn red before you pick them. As you can see there, they're still a bit green, so they still have a little ways to go. Okay, that'll be it for now. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll be posting videos on a regular basis of all the work I have going on in my backyard. If you'd like to follow along, please consider subscribing. And until next time, stay safe, grow your own, and thank you for watching.